Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some kind of interesting news because Sony themselves, like PlayStation themselves, actually removed a little kind of pretty nifty feature. Now, as this has actually been kind of slowly being rolled on out, because apparently some people still have it, some people don't, but a lot of people are kind of seeing it as of now, some people are getting kind of somewhat upset. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the feature itself, and it's like not the biggest thing you have to super worry about, but when it comes to this stuff, if you're a PS Plus member or have had free PS Plus games, or if you guys ever want to get future PS Plus games, etc., this will probably be pertaining to you. And as of right now, there's like 50 million or so subscribers with it. I'm sure a lot of people kind of come and go, so this might be somewhat relevant. And we also have the new leaks as well for, funny enough, the next PS Plus things coming out too, and a few other cool hardware things as well all announced. So let's talk about the drama, let's talk about the changes, and as well, I hope you guys are also having a fantastic day so far. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, in case you guys have not done so already, and for the $500 or Xbox giveaway too. Those are always linked down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream for bonus entries down below, and we also have the Target links and Amazon links as well, in case you guys want to go check that stuff on out. And let's dive into the video. So as you guys know, Sony usually sometimes does remove features. Not too long ago, they actually removed basically these like game accolades and like these cool like, you know, kind of somewhat trophy type system thing, but it really wasn't that because not many people have really used it. But this was actually kind of a useful, somewhat useful feature, at least in my opinion, and it seems like it's kind of going away. Now, as I mentioned, some folks have said this is fully gone for their systems. Some folks have actually been impacted by this, and with a lot of kind of popular games, I think one good example was Soma. You know, people are playing scary, spoopy games for the Halloween season. With all of that going on, it did kind of seem like kind of just a bad, unfortunate timing. So basically, Sony has now been seemingly removing game expiry dates now from the PlayStation Plus. Now, this is a very small change at the end of the day, but I'm someone who wants to always know if I have a game or I'm paying for a game, you know, with PS Plus, is this game going to be staying for a long time? Will I have a chance to finish it? If it's ending soon, like in the next few weeks or so, oh, maybe I should get a notice, email, or just maybe a mention on the PlayStation, whatever it may be, or even the PS app when I launch the console, whatever, if I want to opt in or out of it, just so I can know if I can beat the game. Now, I'm going to kind of bring up a specific example because this happened a lot. A lot of people actually were playing, this kind of popped up on Twitter. I saw even, I think, a Reddit post from someone complaining about it, that they were playing Soma. And I believe as of right now, like basically the Soma contract with PlayStation is gone, so it's not a PlayStation Plus game anymore. And I do believe then the licensing rights went over to Xbox. So basically Xbox had a chance to yoink it, and Xbox launched up like Amnesia, Soma, and a few other various scary games. So basically, it's just a contract issue. PlayStation doesn't own it for PS Plus anymore, but then Xbox does for now. It's kind of probably a good example of like Netflix, or like, you know, like HBO or all these other, like, you know, like Peacock or whatever, where they'll have all these different types of websites where, you know, like say like The Office will be good for Netflix for 2 years, and then at some point at 12 o'clock midnight on a random day, the licensing is gone, and then it belongs, say, to Disney or whatever, Paramount, whatever it might be. So it's kind of the same exact issue that happened here with PlayStation. Now, that happens all the time, but the bigger issue is it seems that they kind of removed the dates, so people are now even more kind of curious on when things are ending. So Sony has seemingly quietly removed all the expiry dates on games soon to leave on PlayStation Plus. So it's kind of just more of a blanket, no one knows the timing, etc., which is kind of annoying. So while games are still listed as a last chance to play tab, there is also as of now a no longer specific date. Very small change, but it kind of highlights the big issue of the issues with when it comes to licensing, where it's just annoying, you know, it just stinks. Like sometimes you're playing a game and you're in the middle of the game, and that's what happened to a lot of people with Soma. It's scary season, would make sense of why there's a big uptick of people playing the game, and it just randomly expired. And obviously some of those games are longer than just like a 2-3 hour game, and some people have to work, have kids, have family, sometimes they travel, whatever it may be, and then they come back and they lose their game and lose their game progress. And it's just kind of annoying because I'm someone who wants to see all the information. I want to see all the details, I want to see when it's going away, and the fact that they're kind of just like removing this almost kind of seems somewhat scheming. Because like we know it's leaving, we just gotta accept it in life, I guess. But the one I think bigger struggle is that we just want to know exactly when, especially if it's like a mid-month launch. So basically, currently listing the last chance play tab as the PS4 game Res Infinite, but without a date, it's unclear on how much longer the game is going to be there. So as you guys can see, it has like this, like Res Infinite, just a random game, checking it on out. You guys can go and see it. But as we mentioned, there just literally is no way to know when the game is there. Like, you have this last chance to play, and they used to have that feature and timestamp and all of that, But yeah, it's also like a PS Plus, premium thing too. So these are like also paying subscribers, like I'm sure a lot of you guys are. And it's like, hey, just let us know. Like, if it's going to expire, I think a lot of folks get it. Like, that's just how systems and networks and games and licensing works and just how it's been for a while. But, like, you got to kind of let us know because we kind of want to know what's going on. You know, we kind of want to know the details. We kind of want to know what's going in, just happening, you know, in the first place. I want to know. And so they basically removed this feature and people are upset, and kind of myself included. Like, it's a small change, but just make it a little bit more clear. You know, make it a little nicer too as well. So basically, they also did note that Sony does not detail expiry dates in its monthly PlayStation blog post too. So it's just like, no one knows. Like, they're trying to be sneaky and schemy. Maybe they're just trying to be like, take away information. So it's like more laid back and more relaxed and people just know it's leaving soon. Just play it. But at the same time, it's like, if a game's leaving soon in 3 days, okay, if I'm close to finishing it, let me finish it. If it's literally closing in like a month, okay, I can maybe wait a few weeks if I gotta wait until next weekend. It's kind of like you gotta prioritize that stuff, especially if you're paying for it. You wanna know what you're paying for. And while the monthly games in the Essentials tier are always available to download for a month, but are accessible as long as you're subscribed, if the game leaves the service on a more expensive tier, or I basically just cannot be played. That's why we mentioned too as well when it comes to Soma. So at least for Game Pass, and they're kind of been like, I kind of like this because I want to know exactly when, where, and how, as I mentioned throughout the video. But like a good example is that Soma. Soma was coming to Game Pass middle of the month. You'd probably assume, at least based on me, I usually assume like either the end of the month, like the 31st, or the 1st. And like I feel like a lot of licensing rights and stuff like that, and around those dates in particular, which I think most people would probably agree with. That's usually the rough times with that. So as you guys can see, Xbox has already had their system all formulated. You can see if it's leaving soon. They try to be a little more transparent on the exact dates and all of that. So basically, a good example is Red Dead Redemption also recently left PlayStation Plus. And that's a big deal because now it's, well, an expensive game. It's also a long game. So I'm not going to say expensive, but I guess expansive is maybe a better word. It's like a big game with a really long story, and there's a lot of game, like online stuff. There's a lot of like multiplayer stuff. There's a lot of just the game itself is long. So then people who may have not been in the game or just didn't know the time-wise as well may have had like a half-finished game on their systems. And you never know if it's going to come back. Should you delete your save file? Should you not? Like, at the end of the day, it's just, you need to know. Like, you need to know at the end of the day. So that's a big thing to kind of tote with that. So to kind of go in time on that too, give me your thoughts on that one. But funny enough, we do have a few more PS Plus Essential games coming out in case you guys are curious. We do believe this will be leaked as well. So it's kind of like, I think, the early access, where we have the PS Plus Essentials, subject to change, by the way, but apparently has Nioh 2, Lego Harry Potter Collection, and Heavenly Bodies. They're going to be all available for the PS5 and PS4 coming out. Now, this website is translated from like Danish or something, so keep that in mind. They basically had a chance to reveal up these PlayStation Plus games. I thought it was just relevant to it, which will be recoverable with Essential, Extra, or Premium subscriptions to the PS Plus. So basically, these games will be kept in your account for life, even if you're no longer a subscriber afterwards. Only it requires access for a PS Plus subscription too, as they mentioned with that. So I do believe their dates are going to be over here for November 1st. So next few days until we see the official PlayStation announcement. Might be different for NA as well. But usually these are usually pretty spot on. To December 6th too on top of that. And as well, apparently Nioh, the first game, is accessible for those who have PS Plus Extra or Premium subscriptions, in case throughout the next few days you guys want to maybe go and check out Nioh 1 to get ready for Nioh 2. Now those games, I'll kind of give like my quick thoughts on this. Nioh 2, very hardcore game. I thought it was like Dark Souls, but way, way harder and longer and crazy. If you guys like a challenge, it's probably worth downloading. Very hard game, though, to give you guys a heads up on that one. As well, we also did have the Lego Harry Potter Collection 2. Well, the Lego Harry Potter Collection features both hit video games Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 and Lego Harry Potter Years 5 to 7. So if you guys like the Lego games, maybe good for your kids, maybe good for if you're just bored or want a casual game. I do know the Lego Skywalker's game's still been doing phenomenal. Heavenly Bodies is a game I'm not so familiar with, but I think it's more of a puzzle slash like kind of chill, relaxing game out there, so you guys can be on the lookout for that. But yeah, also make sure, last reminder, you guys go and check out your PlayStation Plus games for right now, for the current month of October, before they also go and expire, and you guys cannot go and claim them anymore. But give me your thoughts and comments on the Sony features being removed. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if it's a struggle. Let me know if it's annoying or not. Would love to have you guys just kind of know in the first place. And as well, I kind of wish they would, be a little bit more clear on that. I don't know. Is it a big deal or is it not? I don't know. You guys let me know. As well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the $500 giveaway with the Twitter and Twitch and all that for bonus entries too. Amazon links for the signups and checkouts and Target links too. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.